First, I'd like to talk about how this film came together and where the ideas came from. And I think two separate ideas merged together with this film very seamlessly. One idea or impulse came when I watched Now Where To from Lars Jessen, I think, and Robert Habeck as a protagonist. It's a documentary film. In German, it's Jetzt wohin. It made me contemplate about it and then want to make a movie about something I noticed in myself, how I judge someone because of an opinion they have, thus closing me down to more curiosity and a realization to start to listen and be open to other opinions, even if you think yours is very true and the right one. We have to listen because we also want to be heard. And if we want to be heard, we have to listen. And only then we can, find maybe a middle ground or find a solution, a compromise that works for everyone. Secondly, I passed this beautiful location here, this book trading store. Not store, it's more a project where you can leave books and donate them, or lend some books and bring your own and bring them back. So it's kind of a book library where you don't have to pay. And it's this old telephone cell and it's visually so beautiful. And when I passed it, it's on the countryside in Germany, by bike, I knew I had to make a movie here. I really wanted to, but I didn't know what. And I couldn't connect those ideas. But on the ride back, it struck me like lightning, where I had this felt sense of, this could be a very neutral location where, two people with very different core beliefs or opinions kind of meet each other and they misunderstand each other because they don't really listen and they have preconceived judgments of each other's opinions and thus miss out on a beautiful connection, or learning something from the other person.
Alles gut bei dir?
Was sollte ich dich fragen?
Ja, das wollte ich gerade gehen. Okay.
Das Buch. Wolltest du das nicht mitnehmen?
Nee. Kannst du haben, wenn du willst.
And then slowly ideas and feelings for this film came up. And I think I wrote the script within half a day, one morning. And I used it also as an application for a film school. I connected it to a topic where we had to make a film about. And honestly, that's more or less it. We shortlisted it in half a day with cinematographer Lino Döbner, who also made Therapy, which came out a couple of weeks ago. And we were more focusing on that film. And then this one was just a very spontaneous idea. We wrote the script and we liked it and we shortlisted it. And then we asked one actor who should act in Therapy anyways, Brian, to also act in this film as one of the two key roles. And then I asked Nica, who I also made a film with in the past and wanted to work with anyways. And I think both of them could fit the role really, really well. We didn't really have a day of rehearsal, but I sent them the script and my script analysis, ideas I had about subtext and questions I had, and asked them to rehearse themselves because they are in a relationship or partnership right now. And I knew they were living together, so I just asked them if they can rehearse and if they have any questions and feelings. and if they could reply to some of my questions. And that was a very fun process and worked out surprisingly well.
Oh mein Gott!
Last but not least, from this location, I think I want to talk about one more thing, which is how this film for me touches something deeper that isn't only about political opinions and judgments we have, but honestly about all judgments we have in all the fields in our life, and how it blocks us, or at least me, from staying curious and thus enjoying life. Where if you think you're right or someone else is wrong, it kind of hinders us from continuing to learn. And even if we were right, there's always a possibility to learn from the other person or other opinion or about ourselves. And the matter of fact is, I think we know way less than we think, and a lot that I consider as a fact or is considered as a fact might not actually be a fact. Just starting to listen and having an open mind to other opinions and the possibility of them being right and us being wrong just brought so much more joy into my life recently. During the post-production of the short, it was very fun to experiment and come up with this idea of a 3-act or like 3-chapter structure. It wasn't really planned beforehand or in the script. Oh, I don't remember if it came out of the need that you didn't understand the film, but I think it just flowed naturally with the film and kind of enhanced the scenes. It was very coherent and not like placed in there and didn't feel good. So I went with the idea, and I really like films with certain chapters. And I first noticed it in The Worst Person in the World, which is a very amazing and inspiring film. As a program, I used DaVinci Resolve for everything, editing, mixing, and color grading. And with this film, and honestly, every film I made in the past 3 years, I graded with Dehancer, which is a plugin for color grading. And of course, DaVinci I think is amazing program, very affordable or free to use for everyone, and it's especially powerful with colors. And I use the plugin Dehancer since many years, and I texted them, since I have this channel now, if I could talk about them, and they hooked me up with a code. So if you ever want to try it out, I'm pretty sure they have a free trial, and then if you want to get a lifetime purchase or a subscription, there's a code film-emulation Luca also in the description. But yeah, this plugin really helps me to create a certain soft look and just get the colors in the right place and create a kind of how do you say, a handwriting in color grading. I mean, I'm by no means a professional colorist. I just always enjoyed when I can be part of that step or even do it with smaller projects myself. And it's such a powerful tool to get a soft filmic look with beautiful colors in a quick way and reproduce productible way. Of course, it's very important to balance and get your primaries right. The most important. But then for the look creation, it's a beautiful tool. And I just wanted to share it because it helped me since so many years. And I've been using it. And that's why I reached out to them if they want to be part of this channel or have a partnership going. And they didn't ask me to. I mean, I approached them. Film stocks, I love using Cinestill 800T, Portra 400 and Kodak Ultramax. But also the grain is really incredible and the glow, I don't know if they call it glow, I think so. And at times also the halation and some other useful tools, but those are the main ones. Maybe one day I can make a breakdown of my grading process. Also sound design I've been getting more and more into since this project, and it's a lot of fun. Also out of the need to probably mix and sound design the first feature documentary I made, which will come out by the end of this year. I never talked about it, but it's gonna come out November, premiere in Berlin. Very exciting. Probably I make a video on this soon. And maybe I can talk about grading and mixing that, or in general how feature film like that came together. That's it for now. I think I talked enough. I hope you... Oh, some clouds popped up now. Well, I hope you have a beautiful day and enjoyed the film that came out 2 weeks ago. If you haven't checked out, this should be the time. Probably I should have mentioned it in the beginning. And hope you enjoyed this film, and we'll be back for future projects. Ciao, ciao.
We were young, so in love. We would talk till the dawn, staring up at the moon. All the stars were in bloom. Oh, it felt like a dream, like an old movie scene, and I'll never forget